Howdy, howdy, my dear friends. Here I am recording this intro on November 20th of 2024, the day Pluto is actually moving into Aquarius. It's big, beautiful energy for me because of my birth chart and where Pluto and Aquarius and everything sit. And I'm ready to embark on this new quest. Woohoo! Now, before we start your reading, I'd like to share with you some information for 2025 and what I'm intending to provide for my community. But if you'd prefer to leap ahead and bypass this intro and start your reading, there's a timestamp in the description box of the video that will jump you to your 2025 forecast. The year 2025 is going to be quite a transitional and transformational one, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius until 2043. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was from around 1778 to 1798. And during that time, the planet experienced revolutions of many kinds, including social, political, things to do with labor, economic disparities, and unique expression of imagination that led to leaps in technology. Now, it has and it will impact generations to come, as will these next 18 years. So whatever we decide as a collective will change the course of history and the lives of future generations. No pressure, right? It's exciting, and yeah, we can be a little anxious or nervous too, but that's part of this journey. Hopefully, what Spirit has put upon me to provide over this next year will make it a little easier to choose the excitement over the fear. The world of humans does seem very divided right now, but have hope. This is a sign and reflection of the age of Aquarius that announces that the old ways no longer work for where we're heading as a planet and as a race of humanity. It will require us to see the higher capital T truths rooted in unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude as well. And that will help us release the attachment to the old small t truths, which were rooted in fear and lower vibrational conditional love. One brings unity, the other brings separation as it focuses on self-survival rather than the us survival and us thrival. Yeah, I'm going to make up a new word, I guess, but where we thrive together. Now, for the last decade or so, Spirit has given me a theme each year that coincides with the last number of the year, whether it be by rhyming or by digit. So 2025 is geared up to be a very different year, astrologically, globally, politically, spiritually, etc., etc. So I was prepared that the theme could really be on any subject. And I was very glad to have it focused on a quest, right? Yeehaw! How exciting, right? But it will be a quest for the 5 elements. Quest for the 5 in 2025. What does that mean? The 4 elements of fire, earth, air, and water represent the 4 areas that our human character experiences in this human life. And I relate these to the tarot, which we can use to receive messages from the ethereal to assist us on our adventure. The 5th element is what I'm calling ether, which can represent the essence of the cosmic mother and cosmic father, our creator, which is the source of eternal, unconditional love energy. And I do feel our entire adventure here as a human is all about that love, either expressing or experiencing it, or crying out for it as we discover what it feels like to experience the opposite of that capital L love, which is conditional love rooted in the fear of being rejected or not being enough, a small L love. We are a perfect mountain, and we come down as a sort of satellite to move around the perfect mountain, exploring it, to see different perspectives of who we really are by experiencing a lot of who we are not. So the quest for the 5 elements will look at the 4 areas of our lives that the 4 elements relate to. So fire, which is our spiritual, energetic, vibrational journey. Earth, our physical, abundant, external world journey. Air, which is our mental and communication journey. And water, which is, of course, our emotional journey. And I'll join this with how we can use each of these areas of our human lives to raise our capital L love vibration in search of the ether. We'll have many opportunities this next year to either choose lower or higher vibrational energy, and we'll experience events and people and relationships that correspond to whatever energy we focus on. And I'm looking forward to learning as much as I can through the elements over this next year, and I invite you to be part of that adventure with me. I'm posting these 2025 forecast readings for each individual zodiac sign mid to late December, but my YouTube channel members have had early access to those as I've recorded them. I know how exciting, I know, right? If you'd like to become one of my YouTube channel members to help support my channel and to dive deeper with me, I do offer 2 levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis level is $7.99 per month. In addition to early access to these 2025 forecast videos, you would also have advanced access to other videos that I intend on posting on a regular basis in 2025. So here's a sneak peek on what I intend on providing. First, we got the weekly Zen Bites on Fridays, which share a short tidbit that can help us maintain or return to our Zen, which is our connection to that higher vibrational love energy. Then we got monthly Zen Gate card readings that focus on the special energy portal that's created like on 1/1, like January 1st, 2/2, 3/3, 4/4, etc. And we can use this energy to catapult or bounce us up into higher vibration. Also have monthly card readings for the change in the zodiac sun that happens every month, as well as new moon and full moon readings. Knowing these energies can help us navigate our path as we use the astrological energy instead of letting it use us. I also have a monthly quest video that will focus on a specific element for the month with tools and information to help us make the most of the quest and the energy at the time. And of course, as I have already put out for this season, quarterly seasonal influence card readings as we experience the solstice and the equinox together. And those will be split out by astrological sign elements, so air signs, fire signs, etc., which I already put those out for winter, summer, back middle of December. So be sure to check those out. I'll try to remember to put a link down in the description box of the video. So yeah, all that's going to keep me busy a little bit and focused. So I'm excited for all that though. And everyone will have access to these at the scheduled time. But as I mentioned, my YouTube channel members will receive advanced access to all of these as soon as I record them and I upload them. In addition to sharing all of that, I'll continue to have live readings on Friday and Saturday evenings and Saturday and Sunday late mornings. Donations and my YouTube channel members do receive priority, and I always purpose to complete their readings the same day. Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis also have a special 2-hour live session on Wednesday evenings, and Praying Mantis have an additional 2 hours on Thursday evening, as well as an additional hour or so on Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon after my regular live sessions. So if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, there is a link in the description box of the video down below. I also offer a variety of paid services like personal readings. That includes past life readings. I do some energy work and a few other options. So if you're interested in even deeper messages and experiences, there is a link in the description box below to a booking page that lists the items and additional information as well. Life can certainly be interesting. I'm so glad to have such amazing souls with huge hearts and great senses of humor along with me on my adventure. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the intro. And if you got this far, if you'll comment on this video down below, sharing something that you would like to see come to fruition in 2025, I'll automatically enter you into a drawing for the chance to win a recorded personal reading. You can comment on as many of the 12 videos as you would like, and each of those 12 would count as an entry into the drawing. So I'll pull winners at various times during January and post a video announcing the winners. Exciting. Don't tell anyone else. Shh. Alrighty, let's get into your 2025 forecast. All right, Capricorn, this is your 2025 energy forecast, and I'm excited to see what is going to be coming forward here for you in 2025. I'm a Capricorn rising, so this is through the view through which I see the world. So welcome for all of you who are Capricorn suns and for whatever it appears in your chart, of course. We're going to go about it in a compass kind of way. We're going to start with the middle, which will be like it's the ether energy in the middle, and it's love energy. What are we looking for? And it's going to be the overall theme for 2025 that Spirit wants you to know going into 2025. You got the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle is where we're going to start. So let's take a look and see what is the big theme. It can be for the entire 2025, or it can be just in the beginning, of course, but we'll see what Spirit wants you to know about. All right. I do feel like it's this one right here. And we have the Two-Spirit balance. Beautiful energy here. All right. So we'll put this right here. And Two-Spirit is this, it's like the balance of divine masculine, divine feminine energy that's coming in here. It talks a little bit about LGBTQ plus kind of energy, but it's different than this. This is Native American approach, and we'll talk about it. I'm sure they talk about it in here. So let's jump in. But it is this beautiful balance of divine masculine, divine feminine. So traditionally, many indigenous cultures recognized and held people who encompassed both masculine and feminine traits in high regard. They were honored within the community, often considered sacred and divine. Two-Spirit people have existed since the beginning of time, and the reclaimed umbrella term was chosen to help bridge understandings of gender and sexuality within indigenous and Western identities. This has been the way for indigenous people to educate others and embrace traditional teachings, unifying diverse spiritual expressions throughout varied indigenous languages. It's important to note that the Two-Spirit is culturally specific for indigenous people and should not be used by non-indigenous individuals to identify themselves. However, these teachings embody elements of sacred traditions and bring forth an understanding that we should honor Two-Spirit individuals, celebrate unique perspectives, and similarly honor the masculine and feminine energy that exists within all of us. Because regardless of how we identify, we all have divine masculine, divine feminine energy within us. That's the Creator. We're made in their image. They are an embodiment of divine feminine masculine. There is a call here to find balance within ourselves, to cherish the masculine and feminine aspects of the Creator, and to respect and integrate both the intellectual and emotional aspects of our being. If you've drawn the Two-Spirit card today, it is an opportunity to celebrate yourself or someone you love who identifies as a member of the LGBTQ2+ community. Perhaps you need to fully accept aspects of your masculine and feminine or your intellectual and emotional state of being, finding balance in the middle. Love all that you are and embrace all the expressive, beautiful, unique, and colorful people who reside here on Mother Earth of all gender identities and sexual preferences. It's only through unconditional love of self and others that we create a more loving and peaceful world. Yeah. So this definitely is this energy of next year. I mean, we've been getting it through a lot of the readings that I've done, and we're up to Capricorn now. So we've gone through, this is the 10th one, where there is a lot about balance around love and unconditional love. And this is the age of Aquarius, where it's opening up more to the rainbow of who we all are and not trying to box everyone in to be who we think they should be or not be who we don't think they should be, and instead approach it from a place of love, unconditional love, instead of conditional love, right? So a beautiful balance, but it starts with recognizing within ourselves, because we can't give something to someone else that we don't have for ourselves. So, when we come across, conflict in our lives where people are trying to make other people be who they think they should be and all this kind of stuff, there is this, energy that comes in of, hatred or unacceptance. It's because there's hatred or unacceptance of themselves within themselves as well. So we do have that, energy that's coming in here. So I just got an Amber Alert on my phone, which is, I feel like that's just saying, this is an Amber Alert. Someone has stolen your child, your inner child, and it's like, how can I embrace my inner child? Because that was the one where we faced our rejections first, was when we were that emotional inner child. So Amber Alert. All right. I know those are serious things, but I love how they're bringing that in right at this perfect time. And then we have this crystal clear quartz, which represents clarity. And so we'll get more clarity here in your overall theme for the 2025 by going to the tarot. I got the tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms here, is what we're going to be using. And what I do is I separate out here the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. These will be the four directions, and we'll get into that when we get to those. But for the major arcana, it's like this card, where it represents the overall energy that they want you to know for 2025. So more detail into what's the big theme, anything else they want you to know about this here. So let's take a look here. All right. Obviously, that's your card there. So we'll put that there. Whoops. Knocking stuff around. All right. And you have the World card. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Let's see if I can zoom in a little more here. It is, this is the last card in the major arcana, which is the ending of an old cycle, a beginning of new adventure. I like that because what happens after this is the Full card, which is like an adventure without any rails, without all those expectations and judgments and contrast. It's like a little child. This is a completion of one world, and we're moving into a new world. So that's very fitting with all this. It's like we're letting go of those judgmental stories and conditions, the different things that we've been taught. And we're looking at things from a fresher, newer perspective. So I like that kind of energy that's coming in here. All right, well, we'll get into more detail here. Now I'm going to go by the medicine wheel that I'm familiar with, and it can vary. But we're going to move into the south and start with fire energy, which represents your passion, your drive, your ambition, your manifestation energy, your spiritual energy, and just energy overall. So this is going to be what Spirit wants you to know about your energetic adventure in 2025. We're going to use these Gateway of Light activation by Kyle Gray. So let's take a look here. Speaking of LGBT, he is actually gay. And out. So that is fitting for this here. They just pointed that out. Okay, no, they don't want any of those yet. So what is the... All right, here it is. This is your overall energy. And you've got the Akashic Stargate. Look, and there's a rainbow in there. Like matching the rainbow on that card there. All these mirrors. And it's aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. I love it. Let's move these down just a little bit here. And let's see what we got here for the Akashic Stargate. So a stargate is a portal that can take us through space and time to a whole other universe, or, whole other world. It's based on the concept of the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or what is also known as a wormhole, where a speculative structure linking different points of space-time is created in spirituality. A stargate is less about traveling. In spirituality, a stargate is less about traveling on the physical three-dimensional level and more about making progress on the spiritual energy. A feature of many spiritual traditions is the idea that all of us have a stargate in our heart that connects us with the central lattice of consciousness, the divine matrix. The Buddha acknowledged we were in the universe, while Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is within you. And the Akashic Stargate transports us to space where we're given the opportunity to make a decision to accelerate the realization of our life purpose. To connect to this energy, visualize yourself at a crossroads. Tune into the direction that feels most joyful, light, and loving. And imagine yourself walking that road. See all that it brings you. The message this card brings for you is whenever the Akashic Stargate is presented to you, it's because you're at a critical point on your journey. You have the opportunity to move in a particular direction, and you have to make a decision. This can feel overwhelming, and you may be waiting for someone or something to make the decision for you, but you aren't here to walk a path that was set for you. You're here to walk a path that you have chosen. The next phase of your journey cannot unfold until you decide which way to go. Know that whatever direction you take and whatever decisions you make, you'll always be on the right path. And no matter how you get there, you'll always end up in a similar space. Also know that purpose isn't about doing your duty. It's about living life and experiencing joy. I love that. It's like there's this point in our life when we've been living the life we thought we were supposed to, the dreams, supposed to, should, need to, have to, must that we were given all our lives, right? Define, from a human perspective. But there comes a time in our life where we all kind of have a coming out. It's funny, where it's not about sexual preferences. It's about, I've got to be me. I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be a dancer. I don't want to, go to school. I want to just, go do this. And, there's these different things of breaking against and going against everyone else's wishes for us because there's something our heart wants to do in our lives and we're getting out of that. In the case of Kyle Gray was talking about, and that's why I understand now why they wanted to mention that he's gay, because someone, he wasn't out, I think he came out like a year or so ago, and he put out a video and letting everyone know because someone had spotted him on a dating app and told him that they were going to out him out to everybody. And so he was forced out. And this is what it's saying is that, and not that he was hiding it, like his family and everything knew, but he just said, all right, everybody, I'm going to do this because there is that kind of individual. But this is that energy. You don't wait to be outed, This is you choosing to come out in your own way and to pursue those dreams, pursue this different way of looking at things and going different in your life, this whole new expression of getting to know who you really are and finding that passion in your heart, how you want to express that unconditional love in your heart with the world. This is you going, I'm taking this portal and I'm going to step into a new world. I'm tired of just existing in the old world. I'm ready to live joyously in a new world, doing what I love instead of doing what I think I'm supposed to do and feel like you're just existing. So I love that energy. We'll dive deeper here. Here we have this beautiful amethyst pyramid, which actually is known for being, energy coming in and focusing, super focusing energy. So this is that super focus. We'll use the suit of wands, and we'll pull a couple cards here and just see what else they want you to know about this. Your energetic adventure in 2025. Okay, no, they didn't want any of those. Okay, they do want that one and that one. All right, we'll put these here. And your first card up here is the Two of Wands. Yeah, this is the power of our energy. And here's that gate. Here's this. It literally looks like these gates here. But there is this energy here of, with the Two of Wands, is whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And we always have that choice of, am I going to focus on lower vibration out of fear doing things, or am I ready to have gratitude and let my heart shine and focus on, unconditional love, enjoying laughter and peace? Whatever we focus on, and there's, a gateway that you can choose to step through. And I love it with all these gateways here. Yeah, and the Eight of Wands, make the leap. Literally, make the leap. Eight of Wands brings two messages for you. One is that you have all the energy you need to make the leap. And it's also about listening for messages. And if you're unsure of how to proceed, your spiritual connection is great with the spirit world. This means they have all of these signs and synchronicities that they're already giving you for you. But, before you come down here, you give them a honey-do list going, hey, I'd like to experience these. And they're like, absolutely. And they're always working on those things. But this is talking about, too, when you're down here as a human, you can ask of your own free will things, and they will give you answers, give you clarity, bring things across your path. But they don't meddle in your life unless you ask them of your own free will. And this is what this is talking about here is, if you need assistance, we're here for you. And then they will be, all these synchronicities and repeating numbers and different things you see in the world are them just reminding you that they're there. Like they're behind you and they're clearing their throat going, just in case you forgot, we're here. If you need anything, just saying, so that's what's coming in there. I love that. Right. And then we move to the north, which is Capricorn, not Capricorn. What is Capricorn energy? It's earth energy. It's your element, but it's the physical world that's coming in there. And I like that because, this is the one of the outside world. This is the other people on stage with us, all the props that are out there, including our own bodies. So that's the only one on the outside. We'll talk about emotion and mind. This is energy. All this is internal. This is the only one that's out there. And for that, we're going to use these money and the law of attraction cards from the Hickses and see what Spirit wants you to know about your physical adventure in 2025. So for Capricorns, all right, I do feel like it's this one right here. Come on, all right. And it says here, I do not need to have money to attract money. Card number 29. Ooh. And then I'll let you see this, and then I'll read it. And that says, you do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong and by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of in the direction of what is currently happening, your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift and you will get different results. Yeah. So this has to do with like this Two of Wands energy too. Whatever we focus on is what does grow and multiply. If I'm focusing on the I want, I need this, I don't have this, I fear this will leave my life, I fear this won't come in, I hate this, all that stuff grows. In fact, the wanting energy doesn't bring things to us, it pushes it further away because our energy says, you know what, I like universe, and the universe is like, what? I'm like, I really like wanting stuff and missing stuff and needing, And in order to have that, we can't have the stuff come in because then those feelings stop. I don't want anymore when I have it in my hands. So if I'm telling the universe through my energy, I enjoy wanting, they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll keep you wanting for a while more, right? And we're like, no. But that's where gratitude and focusing that energy on the higher vibration, unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, that's the energy that draws those like things in. Like attracts like. Wherever we focus, our energy goes and it grows. And so this is being aware that this choice that you make, and if you're like, well, I won't have enough money if I go do these things. Well, yeah, if you believe that, you won't. If you fear that, it'll push it away. But if you start with gratitude and realize, when I'm living my purpose and my dream in my heart, my dream, not someone else's dream, I will always have enough because my passion and my gratitude for being able to live my dream each day draws it in. Unless I'm living my dream, but I'm fearing, then it pushes it away, right? So we have this beautiful, amethyst crystal here, which represents the earth element energy. And we have the suit of pentacles. So we'll pull a couple cards here and see what else they want you to know about your physical adventure in 2025. So for Capricorns, Cappies, all right, they do want that one and that one. Okay. And up first here, you do have the King of Pentacles, abundance, 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 ruler over all of the Pentacle suit. And one of the big things that the King brings in is that when we're defining our self and our self-worth by the outside world, which we're taught to do, we feel unstable, right? We're pretty much every human, unless you're adopted, by a Buddhist monastery when you're a baby, pretty much we're all taught, look at these three buckets: relationships, situations, things. These are what define your self-worth. So the only problem with that is with relationships with humans, people change, people walk away, people pass away, unstable. So we feel unstable when we define ourselves by that. Situations, jobs, education, social status, whatever situational things we can get in, never stays the same. Unstable, right? And then things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, unstable. So the King, in his journey through all the pentacles, learns that and eventually grows tired of the instability of the outside world. Where do they turn? Inward and upward. And that's where we find the only stable thing in the outside world, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. Eternal, never ending, that's pretty stable, right? Unconditional, no conditions, nothing I have to do to earn it, nothing I can do to lose it. Very stable. Then we have that solid foundation of our worth. And then when we're filling up with that from the inside out, and we have that pricelessness, then the outside world, instead of feeling like it's lacking, because we're already full and overflowing from the inside, the outside world does feel hugely abundant, right? And then you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, here's this change of from these feelings and beliefs of lack into these feelings of abundance. So that's exactly what we were talking about. But we do learn through the Five of Pentacles that, when we experience the feelings of abandoned, being left behind, being left out in the cold, these beliefs of lack, when we depend on humans to bring us what we need in each moment. But we realize through this journey that when a human feels unsafe and out of control, its little inner child, it will pull everything back. It will abandon everyone else. It'll pull the rug out from underneath people, take the shirt off your back, because I need it to survive, right? But when we learn through all this is that it's not humans that bring us what we need in each moment. It is the Creator. Our sustenance comes from Source, not from humans. Sometimes it's delivered. It's like when you order something from Amazon. You might get it from UPS or Post Office or FedEx or wherever. But it's not them that are providing it. They're just delivering it. Ultimately, everything comes from Source, and we can trust them. They don't go into fight or flight mode. They don't withhold. They love us. They always don't just give us bread and water either, our necessities. They give us above and beyond more because they love us so much. So I love this journey next year of really stepping into worth and understanding abundance, true abundance, right? And then we move over here to the east, which is the element of air, which is our thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations, our communication. So this will be what our spirit wants you to know about your mental adventure during 2025. We're going to use these Urban Crow Oracle. So let's see what they want you to know here about your mental adventure. Capricorns are big thinkers, so, it's okay. So we're always interested. Yeah, what am I going to be thinking about? What's going to be going on here, right? The checklist, the spreadsheets, whatever else. All right. And we have territory. All right. Card number 49. I do feel here it's a bit of understanding where it is we want to exist. And by that, I don't know, I'm just kind of sitting with this energy because it feels like a lot of clarity around, I don't want to say expertise, but the territory. What is my territory? What's my mental capacity? And discovery, and I just feel like this is a giant, like, Ace of Swords in the middle, where it's like bringing this bright light and shining things, finding your capital T truths, letting go of the small t truths, right? This has to do with the discovery of self, realizing what is not of you, what was opinion of humans, and what is truly from your higher mind, your higher heart. So crows are very territorial. They have distinct groups, and they will not hang out too long on a block that is not theirs. Territory indicates that someone may be entering your space uninvited, or that you may be the one who is the intruder. This card may also ask if you are protecting something out of concern that someone may be trying to step on your toes or take over something you cherish. When territory appears in a reading, you may need to consider what boundaries are in place or if they're needed. Would the situation benefit from establishing some ground rules or maybe letting go of some rules, right? Territory may also appear if you need to carve out some space for yourself, whether that be within your home or in the form of time to be alone. You may need to define an area that is solely yours and yours alone. Yeah, so this is that determining what is you and getting all this clutter of all these beliefs in your mind and putting them to the side to create a space about what do you believe? What story do you want to put in things in the world, not what you've been told you're supposed to? When you connect with your high heart, you're letting go of the old cycles, the old ways of thinking. You're like clearing territory, clearing space for new ways of thinking to come in here. I like that. And then you have here we have this amethyst skull, which represents all the thinking in the head there. And we have the suit of swords. So we'll find out more about this. What does Spirit want you to know about your mental adventure during 2025? Okay. Do you feel it's this one and this one right here? All right. See how they were picking them out specifically. It's like the picking out of the what I want to continue to believe and what I don't. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Beautiful card. I'll just show you from a distance here, and then I'll zoom in. See if it'll focus. There it is. 10 of Swords is letting go. It's like the letting go of all these small teachers. It's like I'm sick and tired of trying to please everyone else and trying to fit into all these roles and being disappointed and being disappointing and blah, blah, blah. That's the release of all those old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that allows the space for something new. So that's definitely supporting that. And you got the Two of Swords. So another portal coming in here. But this is a mirror, a mental portal. But it's like these down here, right? Where it's the battle between the head and the heart. And I like this because it's like close your eyes and open your heart. It allows you to see things clearly. It helps release the conflict when we do. We're unsure and we're unsure, but we close our eyes and open our hearts, and then we do see things very clearly. Wow, this got really suddenly got, yeah, and here's the blurry. It's blurry when you have your eyes open. I'm just going to see if this will help. See if that will help here. I know sometimes the focus goes awry. All right, well, keep your eyes closed for a moment. Maybe this will clear up here. In fact, let me. All right, there, we fixed it. It's clear now. So I had to stop the camera and reboot it there. But that's kind of what happens. We have to stop the way we're doing things, and then sometimes we do have to restart, right? And look at things in a different, more clearer way. So I like that. All right. And then we move to the final element, which is, and it's the direction of the west, which is water, emotion. And so this will be what Spirit wants you to know about your emotional adventure in 2025. We're going to use these Monology manifestation oracles. So let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know, Capricorns, for your 2025? I feel like it's this one right here. All right. And you have release control. First quarter moon in Taurus. Stop being stubborn, right? Well, we'll look at more here, of course. It's said in a loving way. But this is releasing control of trying to make other people live up to our expectations. And that's something that happens, when we have ourselves under a long list of supposed to be's, should be's, need to be's. By golly, if I have to obey it, everyone else is too. We become like God's little sheriff trying to control the world, trying to make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing because we're having a trouble with ours. So we'll sometimes distract ourselves by pointing at others. But this is about releasing control. Let everyone else make their own decisions for their own life. And we come back to sweep in front of our own door and control that, right? So let's see here. First quarter moon in Taurus. So what in your life are you trying just a bit too hard to do? What are you absolutely stuck on to the point where you won't even entertain other ideas? Close-minded, right? You need to release your grip on life. Whatever you want, release it to the universe and trust that the universe will come back to you with whatever is for your highest good. If you're feeling possessive about someone or something, your challenge now is to live and let live. In a financial situation, self-worth is key. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes. The manifesting mix here says this card brings in a steadfast energy, but it's clashing with another energy that wants to be free. Seed control for best results. Close your eyes, open your heart, let your heart lead, right? Manifesting mindset, realize that even though you can manifest your life to a great extent, you can't control everything all of the time. Karma comes into play, as do your deep down beliefs about yourself. To tune into your manifesting powers, the energies of the root chakra will help you to feel safer and more grounded with your basic needs looked after. This chakra is located at the base of your spine, and its color is, of course, a glowing red. And all the rainbow is all these colors of all the chakras, too. So there is this balancing of chakra energy, kind of underlying message here, too, which means you can always, search YouTube or whatever for chakra balancing videos. They'll do music and different things to help you balance all of your chakras. So imagine this card being held at the base of your spine, and imagine yourself bathed in a column of healing red light. And then incant these words: energies of the first quarter moon in Taurus, thank you for showing me that all my needs are taken care of. The best time to use this magic is when the moon is in Taurus, and also Friday, which is Venus's day, which rules over Taurus. And then the first quarter moon in Taurus takes place when the sun is in Aquarius and the moon is in Taurus. It knows that heart and intellect are both important. So both mind and heart, closing our mind and opening our heart allows us to connect to our heart, realizing both are important, not just being led by our minds, right? Then we have this beautiful pink quartz, heart, which represents the emotional energy, heart energy. We have the suit of cups. So this will be your final message here for this reading, and we'll see what else Spirit wants you to know about your emotional adventure for 2025. All right, I do feel like these two are wanting to talk. So your first card here, is the Page of Cups. This is a new level of emotion. This is really tuning into your own, they're on a piano too, tuning in to your higher love energy. The Page of Cups has the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice. The Holy Grail allows you to fill up from inside and fill your heart up in this little inner child. When I was talking in the beginning about the amber alert going on, this is you connecting with your inner child, tuning into them, finding out the charged emotions that are below there that you're ready to let go of and transform and free yourself from, but also embracing your inner child as you being the perfect parent for them, knowing them so well, what love, unconditional love they want, unconditional attention, unconditional time, that you're able to give that to them. That helps you transform all this too. And then you have the Three of Cups, joy, celebration, community. I'll zero in here a little more. I love that energy there. And but this represents your higher spiritual posse too, coming back to this Eight of Wands, and they're right next to each other too. But this is represents your guardian angel that you have, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, other angels, your ancestors, all these other beings of unconditional love and light. You're not alone in all of this. And as you dive deeper and connect with your inner child, that's actually like our lower subconscious emotional is the gateway, to the Akashic records. You have Akashic here, where is your past life connections, but it also is your connection to the spirit world. So I love that, you have this part of your journey next year is really getting to know and communicate and trust and rely on and listen to your higher self and your whole spiritual posse that comes into. So I love that for you. Now, this is just a big, compass. It's a big kind of map showing big picture of what's going to be happening. It's just a little bit of what you're going into the year with and some big picture themes. Of course, it's not all inclusive. We'll be learning stuff as we go throughout 2025. We don't want to spoil it by knowing what everything's going to happen, right? Oh, no. Capricorn, we're like, no, I do. I want a list of everything, please. But that's okay. We can roll with it, right? But if you listen to the intro, you know that I'm going to be having monthly videos, weekly Zen Bite videos to help us, and then all different kind of monthly videos that will come out throughout the month, giving us tools on how we can really connect to all these different four elements as we seek this ether, this essence of the unconditional love of the high realms that will help us through our journey in 2025. So be on the lookout for those. And if you're interested, we do dive deeper through my YouTube channel memberships. I have 2 levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. My Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. And all my YouTube members, we have a 2-hour session on Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, where we do readings, we do Q&A, whatever we're wanting to know. And then my Praying Mantis level, the higher one, gets, in addition to that, Thursday night for a couple hours, also Friday and Saturday night after my live streams, and Sunday afternoon after my live streams, an hour or so. So we have extra time. I also do have live readings, which are listed, the times are listed in the description box, Friday and Saturday night, and then Saturday and Sunday morning, afternoon, where we do live readings. We try to get to free readings. We have donations, all sorts of stuff going on in those. So you can do that. And then also my YouTube channel members get advanced access to all those videos that we put out. And I talk about that in the intro. I also offer personal readings and some others. This is a collective reading if you want to dive even deeper into your own personal, more detailed reading. There's another link down below that will take you to all the other stuff that I do. But I'm so glad that we're all part of a collective here, working through this beautiful human adventure that filled with a lot of ups and downs and rides that we all go through on this giant amusement park full of fear rides. But we're in this together, and I love all the support that we can give one another. So I'm excited to have you along on this adventure with me. All right, and as we go through this adventure, remember every second of every day of our lives that we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Cosmic Father and the Cosmic Mother, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.